start. Um, I'm on live right now, and I realized about last night. I wasn't even supposed to show myself last night, but Spirit requested it, and I was like, okay, Spirit, I'll show up in the physical and being present. So, uh, give or take, just updates in general. For you guys, for those who be joining in on my lives daily, and some of you comment on a regular basis, and then some of you are coming in. So this is both sides. So take it as it is. Uh, I will be coming up here Sunday, every Sunday, and every week as well throughout the week, except for the days. Well, it depends on how I feel. Honestly, what I feel at the moment, because I do give myself 7 business days, because it's 7 chakras, so it's 7 stages of you, 7 days of the week. So that's why I give myself 7, and just to deliver some messages. The time that I will be going on, Spirit set a time, but like we don't want to be too early or too late. You know what I mean? We want to be what I want to be. Me and Spirit is to be on time, because I'm going back to my beauty, I guess, the way I dress. So you guys will see me a little bit more. It's just like I showed you a little bit of me, but I'm not ready. So that's what I gotta work on. And I'm trying to help you, to guide you to your awakening, and to give you confirmation, because I'm on the same journey as well. I'm already woken, but a wise one has to come with the wise, you know? It's like hello, welcome y'all. It's like I just gotta have more discernment for y'all, like, to be available to you. Like, I'm imagining you and you're imagining me, but it's all in time. It's all in time. I'm just here to help you express your journey. Yeah. So you can start seeing exactly where you want to see yourself. Because right now, you gotta have the suit of armor. You can't be scared. I see you, Eve. Welcome. With the sassiness, like, bro, hi. It's sis to you, not bro. But bro is a neutral term. Can you give it a like, Eve, if you're still listening, and where you're from? Also, I see you too, John. Where are you from? If you're still here, you might have been the first person to like, so I appreciate you. Yo, going on your journey, this is the chapter that we are in right now. Well, for me. And I'm learning all dimensions within this chapter in Proverbs. So I'm gathering like thoughts. I've been gathering them all day. I just got back from the gym, and it's okay. What are you doing, you ask? I'm explaining it. So, um, I just got back from the gym. I had a 2 hour section in the gym. For some reason, I couldn't get inside of the gym. Something told me just to stay there. Like, I was standing by the door at least like 10 minutes. I was like, wait a minute, did I dream of this last night? Because I saw this happening. And yeah, I finally got in eventually. So I just I don't know. I just contacted the gym to fix my membership because I'm not gonna sit here and waste $60 and cancel and have to go to another gym down the street. And I'm like, yo, give me the fucking access. Like, and then I finally did got in. So it took about like 15 minutes. I was like, Lord have mercy. So, I don't know. During that time, I just prayed to God and I asked him, "Hey, can you open up the door? I'm locked." And he was like, "Well, God for me is a he and a she, but it's depending on what seasons I am in. It's a she, and then it's really just God. But then every time I gotta connect to God, I gotta see Jesus first, which I don't know how to explain. $60 what? I gotta pay $60 on my gym membership. So no, I had paid $60 just to activate it and pay for the first month, which is $24.99. And I was telling everybody in the gym like, hey, like, and then I was like, wait a minute, I saw these people in the gym too. They wasn't the same people on the first night when I went to the gym. It's different types of people that comes in. And then you can kind of see who's on a shift wanting to work out. Hi, girly, how are you? But sorry, that was my actual personality for a second. Yeah, and that's what I'm supposed to do, show y'all my personality. But yeah, it's crazy. I don't need y'all help to pay me. I'm like, y'all can't afford me anyway. I'm just saying, yeah, I really can't. So that's why I'm working for my own shit, and I'm making myself a multi source. That's why I've been digging into the Bible again, learning some things about the path that I am on. I don't know what I can tell you, but I can't tell you my prophecy in the Bible. You gotta look for your prophecy because then you're gonna focus on me, and then you're gonna need you're gonna need all your attention focused on you finding your prophecy in the Bible. You can just by reading it. Like you gotta know what you're looking for. Well, that's ego. It should be the opposite. It's like it's not that you are already knowing, it's that you are learning. So once you read, that's why that's the commercial. With that lady about some lady reading a book. If you've been seeing that, that's also confirmation from your higher source, your higher self. Just think of the Bible as something that you can visualize what God and what all these other characters in the story are telling you to what not to do and what to do on your path. Because every time I read it, it's like, okay, the good comes first and then the bad comes second. And then once you actually like sit there and meditate for a second on a verse that you're reading or a chapter about like the other people, what they done in their village and stuff, I realized like, alright, this happened a long time ago, right? How did they even know to put a Bible in the future? Or like, how did somebody was just recording everything that was going in the heavens that was brought down into the minds? Because the eye of God, the eye of the energy that we hold, it kind of, I don't know, it didn't separate itself in its timeline. It just didn't want to believe in your frequency. And remind you, frequency is a term of what's being repeated. Yeah, repeated. It's a pattern. It's a choice. So like everybody in the book kind of like made a choice to do both paths, like as above and so below. It's not really peaches and cream, like that's dirty. Sorry. It's not really it's not Gucci. I mean, it's Louis Vuitton, yes, sometimes, but that's because they're choosing to be righteous. And then being righteous also becomes a frequency. It's something that you are learning, not just, oh, I already know. But at the same time, God will use your ego to turn it into spirit without you noticing. And then you won't even notice when God is in your presence or when He's within you or her within you. Remember your source, not energy. There's a difference between energy and source. We got energy and we also got source. And we also attract darkness and light within us because um, certain people are a reflection, and sometimes they are mirroring something we either lacking or we're we're gaining something that they're lacking. It's vice versa. So if I were you, like I said yesterday, I might have said it. If not, I'll say it. Choose your friends like you choose your fruit. Choose which friend is gonna pour into your cup, and which friend is gonna have you going to God again, pouring from your cup and taking it. That's not balancing. What's balancing is you obeying your vow to what you want to accomplish in life. Like right now, I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna be transparent with you. At the stage of level that I am in consciously and of my reality, it's like if a kid went through trauma and they don't know how to cope. But then I'm redefining and reprogramming how I cope now and how I am seeing my reality. I use it to create. See, the thing is, the God of you, the creator, the avatar of you, will like destructive you, not badly. It might be bad first because you're going below. So now I'm in the center state. Not, I'm quite passing the Adam. No, I'm quite passing like the garden. Like I'm on the outside, just looking at the garden, looking at Eve, like all of them. Sorry, I did not mean to tap into them right now. I was not thinking about them. I was just explaining, and they just popped up in my third eye. Like, yo, he was just looking at me like, "What you doing here?" I'm like, "I don't know." Then one of y'all call me. See, that's the thing. I have that type of gift. I can only explain it. It's just, yeah. I must have tattooed her subconsciously. But if I can imagine what Eve will look like today, and what will Adams look like today, what will all of them look like today, they will look like our modern self, but they will have like some type of style or aesthetic to their journey because their style will give off a vibration of their journey. Like you wouldn't know what Jesus would look like today. I mean, you'll kind of have a hint, but it's not curly hair. He does have curly hair sometimes. It can be curly, it can be short. Depending on what timeline you're in and whatever moment of time you're thinking about him, that's when you'll see him. Again, you gotta believe. That's what it is. I'm delusional believing at the moment, which is working. It's psychologically putting this in my subconscious, so I'm constantly thinking about it. I'm constantly dreaming about it. It's like it's not the only program that I know. I'm telling you about the program. Yes, the Bible has a program, has a system. What it looks like to not only be worshipped, but to actually have everybody to have these type of elements and skills spiritually without falling off every time they reincarnate and get lost. Like you don't choose it. The spirit chooses it. The spirit chooses what it wants to learn, and the body is just it's a tape recorder. It videotapes, stores memories, and then we all think it's the brain. Really, it's just the consciousness. Well, same? No, no. Let me tell you something. What I learned, and I think this is dangerous to learn, but don't open your third eye to this idea. It's just something I am thinking right now. All right. Anyway, consciousness is soul. What is soul? Soul is the spirit. It doesn't have the body yet, but it's in the form of light. But during Proverbs, when you go through this chapter, especially this particular verse right here that I put on the title, once you're wise, to be with the wise and not be. I'm gonna reworded the second part because the second part is negative, but it's also true. Um, to not be in the same alignment with the fools because everybody can have spiritual gifts, right? Everybody can be aware and everybody can function in the spirit and in the flesh at the same time. But there is a degree of when spirituality turns. The highest degree of spirituality is 109. And that stands for completing like all realms and all dimensions and space and quantum fields you experience and learn your own abyss as well, like your void. The place where creation happened is in the mind. Like today is 12, 4, 412. So that gives you the frequency of 7 again. And then if you saw 1212, that's another sign. When you see the number 12, it just gives you um, the idea to create your world, to be in line with what you create in your mind. And not really only be so discerning about a life you see yourself, but knowing that you can create that life again afterwards, after this life. Because we go through the 12 cycles of life, everybody. 12 cycles of death as well. 12 cycles of rebirth. 12 cycles of recreation. Like, that's all I can give you. I'm not about to break down these people in the Bible, not yet. Not until I get my apartment. And that's when I'm gonna do it. And I'm also gonna bring back Let's Travel through their minds again. For those who don't know, I'm clairvoyant. Yes, it's possible to be a Christian who's clairvoyant. And I don't care if you don't like me. It's okay. I don't like myself sometimes, but I gotta love myself because at the end of the day, I'm my own source. So I gotta deal with me, just like you gotta deal with you. Remember that. I'm not trying to be rude or anything. I'm just very blunt. I'm a Taurus. My birthday is right around the corner, May 9th. So, anyway, yeah, just take a moment of time to process your week. If I were you, I would start writing them down, do it in different types of style of creation. Like, go on YouTube, go on platforms that you like, whether it's TikTok, whatever. Start expressing your end of the week thoughts on your manifestation, what you already see that is happening for you. Because, like for me, I'm frequently changing. That's something I want to do. And I think after this, I don't have to change no more. So, I mean, I'm going to keep evolving. Yes, that's fine. Speaking of, I got a trainer too. So, well, I don't know yet. We haven't even negotiated yet. We just introduced ourselves. That was it. Yeah. Once I get my skills level up again in the gym, I'm thinking about becoming one myself. Once I see my body the way I want to see it. And this time I'm actually gonna be consistent. Cause I paid fucking $60 for membership. Yeah. I better be fucking doing this shit because it's all part of alignment. I don't go every day, but I go every other day. I just started like last week. I'm just wondering how long I could stay on this timeline. Yo, but I like it. I like it. I'm not gonna fuck it up. Watch me fuck it up, but I'm not going to. I promise. As far as my art stuff, I'm looking for a space right now so I can create my artwork. I think this is what God wants me to do now. Start doing what I want since it's summertime, almost summer. So I'm just gonna rip the ripple effect and just say yes. I acknowledge you to do the same because who is gonna stop you? Not me. And definitely not you. You're not gonna stop yourself. I like me. I'm proud. was weird. I don't know what that was. It was like very strange. I felt like a weird vibration. I'm like, yeah. I don't know. That's it. I'm gone. You all have a good day. And please align yourself where you see yourself today, now, not from the past. It might feel like an old past thought, but it's also quantum jumping at the same time, which they talk about that in the Bible too. I don't know. I'm starting reading it in so many different ways as I get older. It's so crazy. I've been reading this since I was about 10. I think that's how I gained my spiritual awareness, because I was doing that and going to church at an early age, just listening. But I remember when I was younger, I would fall asleep during it, and then that's when the vision would happen. When I fall asleep, every time my pastor would talk, I would be like, "What? What is this?" Mind you, I'm like around 5 or 3 years old, just sleeping in church but listening at the same time. That was a good timeline too. I'm not gonna lie, but I just didn't know what the fuck was happening, because like when my gift came so early, I knew I knew then he was like, I knew then to listen to him now. So, but I just decided whatever journey he has me facing, I will encourage others to face their own selves as well. So it's like, now it all makes sense where I get my gift. I was in church one day. I don't think there was a time I went to church at night, other than that one time when I was 12. But anyway, so one day I was sleeping in church. I think my pastor was reading a chapter in the Bible, and then he was also expressing um, about life, coaching about life. And I went to sleep, but I was like half awake, half asleep. I remember what I wear too, and what church I went. My mom will always dress me in a black dress, so I'd be like, why? Now that I know, they kind of do some slick shit. I'm sorry, there's some weird, like, demonic coding. Like, I noticed it was like a Easter egg type of hunt. That's why I don't celebrate Easter. Like, they'll put you in certain clothing, a frequency, and then they'll pick your future for you, and somebody on the outside is just like watching you through life to see if you're gonna make it to your path. That's why I'm encouraging y'all to wake up. Like, this is what I experienced. I remember sometimes being in a black dress a lot, white dress, and then on Easter when there's men around, I'm in a purple dress, which is so weird. Yeah, why is that memory coming back? I think the last time I truly celebrated when I was about like 17. That was the last time. And I don't remember what we did. Well, yeah, I do. That's one of my nieces. And if he was getting older, she will still make them go Easter on. Yeah. And that is so true. That's crazy. I thought I forgot about that memory. Yo. It's, and that's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy what I'm thinking now. How everything all makes sense today. Like how I'm in New York. Like who saw that? Who did I saw that through? Like they gave it to me through vision when I was younger. Why that explains so much why I stare off and I'm look like I'm in La La Land, but I'm not. I'm seeing what somebody sent to me in my mind, like a telegram. And I'm like, how is this happening? And I was learning about this, I was learning about that, about my family through that way. It got dangerous because I was knowing too much. And it's still a little dangerous for me to know. That's why they kept putting me to sleep, like spiritually. They didn't want me to spiritually be woken. They just wanted control of my consciousness. And I was like, I'm not going to let that happen. That's why I'm in the shelter because God told me to shelter myself. And I was like, I did not know what the word shelter mean, but it's also in Proverbs. I gotta Google. I'm gonna Google it later. That might be part two. Like I'm literally remembering as we speak. I just gotta stop putting a diamond on everything. Like sometimes the diamond is black, sometimes the diamond is white. So I accepted. I accept everything. Honestly, that's taking accountability for not knowing, for not knowing, and not even. Yeah, I did protect. Like I wasn't. It wasn't no danger or anything. Nothing really happened. I just noticed. Like I'm like, is this part of the ritual? I'm like, what is this? So what are they gonna do with me now? I don't know. They can't get rid of me. I mean, they're trying, but try a little harder, I guess. No, don't. Let me live. Let me fucking live. Cause at this point, I'm gonna go eat shit. That's why I'm in New York. It all makes fucking sense. To gain my timeline back and to gain my awareness and bring back my spiritual gifts. It's already there. It's just, again, I'm learning not to be ego, but spirit. Lord have mercy, we're slow. So my ancestors were correct again, and God was also correct. So was Jesus, but I didn't believe him. I'm like, okay. He just kept saying, no, just read the Bible. You'll understand later. And I'm like, what you mean later? Later for what? What are we doing? Sorry, I did it again. I made y'all see into that realm. I did not mean to. Because if I'm feeling the frequency or feeling the vibration, most likely, well, if I can see, not feel, I see the frequency and I feel the vibration, most likely you will too. If you have your silver cord. It took 17 years to grow mine. And the biblical cord is the light at the end of the tunnel that we keep seeing. We're inside of the biblical cord, like a Milky Way galaxy, in a way. That's why they had Finding Nemo. It was so simple. Of what the fuck to do. Yeah. I was like, yeah. I'm mad at myself, not y'all. Let me go be mad at myself. That's why we're in the gym. That's why we be running. Because like you do, yo. I'm done. And then last night was another confirmation of a dream I already experienced. Somebody is, and I'm not gonna give that power to you. Sorry. It's not you. It's me. Anyway, bye. Thank you for listening. Have a good evening. This is not the Truman Show. Bye bye.